kill the music. And
You're probably gonna put us back on the thing, right? Or something like that?
Yeah, Wolsk is gonna take care of that.
Yeah.
Alright, the line is hot now.
And there's no way to use a sync test, so we're just gonna go with whatever.
Yeah.
YOLO.
The music
Okay.
is
nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, music's gone, and you guys, they can hear us, so.
We're next to medium warp, right?
Hi,
For this game?
hi everyone.
Yeah, we start on medium warp.
Okay.
I have a question for people watching. Why do they call it oven when you in the cold food?
You really use those words as they were
That
meant to
is
be used.
literally me when I'm sleep deprived.
You know what? Honestly, that made me think of I See the Shoes.
I see the shoes, I see the money.
Nobody could ever say what's coming after that.
Yeah.
You
I
just
think Desti can. I think he translated it. It's crazy.
wow.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he can.
Also, just FYI for those who are watching, we'll be listening to Team Cosmoing the whole time.
Krakow, the one thing I told you.
You had one job, Krakow. One.
Don't introduce me as Team Cosmoing. It's just Cosmoing.
Alright, so Team Cosmoing.
No!
Runner for Go End of the World is going to be Cosmoing. Runner for Aura will be Cosmoing. Not Another Needle Game will be Cosmoing.
Oh, hold on. I'll take the last two. So for the Be the Groovy, it'll be Cosmoing, and Affleck the Majikaku will also be Cosmoing.
Yeah. So it's a pretty stacked team.
Yes,
Yeah.
Team Cosmoing.
Yeah.
As we've
Team
all seen
Cosmoing's looking
from
really good.
the blind adventure and the shenanigans that happened earlier, you know how strong Team Cosmoing is right now.
Yeah, Team Cosmoing is on fire. And
They're
fuego.
cracked, unhinged, for sure.
I haven't played any of these games in 3 weeks. I haven't slept in like
Yeah,
24
yeah.
hours.
We get it,
Yep.
Max. You're bad
So
at games.
it's a guaranteed win, basically.
Yeah, Wolsk and Racic are going to be talking to my ear the entire time.
Yep.
Thankfully, we
We're
won't
going to be
be
communicating with
distracted
Team
whatsoever.
Cosmoing.
I'm gonna put on impossible. Possible.
So in case you can't see, the team names are first with Gab, Kale, BV, Wolfie, and Doppler. You got that up carrot with Not Today, Sele, Nins, Streluk, and Nal. And
I
you
hope
have
they lose.
Cosmoing with, the ones we already said.
Yeah, me. Hi.
I'm not supposed to have any bias here, but I hope that Team that finishes dead last.
Jesus.
I mean, the thing is, like, Team That is still, like, Team First. Just
Yeah.
in a different way.
Right. Alright, you
Yeah,
all-
Gabs is going to be
clever.
brought back to your channel once the run starts.
Okay.
Good luck, everyone.
Hopefully
you.
that 4 a.m. run did something for me.
Do you got another chocolate bar on the go, or what?
Oh no, dude, no. If I eat another chocolate bar, I'm actually gonna puke on stream. That's gonna be a highlight reel.
Oh, there you go. Pop off of the year.
Woo!
I'm gonna get a Fangame award for that one.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Like,
We'd create one just for you.
And like, they're gonna edit it so that the character has like a puking face, like the emoji or something. It's gonna be like the most embarrassing thing in Fangame history.
that's how you got to go down.
Anyone else playing avoidance with the warps?
I was actually. Then I started just jumping.
I mean,
Does
that's
look
kind
like
of
the
a
top
classic.
left on the stream on Twitch is like a little bit off, like misaligned, but
Well, let's fix that
like,
after we get
height-wise.
going.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whatever.
How about we get going?
Wait, let me have a sip.
Okay, sip.
Nope.
Okay, I said, let's go. What? Wait, real?
Oh.
Okay, okay. Jesus, I got scared.
Alright, we're gonna let Cosmo can count it down since he's the.
Really?
The-
Alright.
The team.
Are you ready on timer, Kraka? Crack a timer?
I'm ready on
Alright.
Crack a timer. Let's go.
Everyone, please crack a timer in chat.
Crack a timer. Best of luck to team first. Best of luck to team that. Best of luck to myself. We're gonna
Team
get going.
Cosmo.
Cosmoing.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
Drake.
Drake.
I'm gonna ask someone else to drag because my monitor is too small to actually do that.
Alright, I already died. This is all over.
First game. I want to go end of
Track
the
or
world.
Racic, just drag them out to their respective channels.
Wait, what? Oh.
I already GG'd.
I'm already like
I'm already
behind.
Campbell's.
Like, reset the run. Suboptimal.
Please drag them.
I'm working on it. I forgot who's who. Hold on.
Okay. I'm busy Am I dragging them or have they been
I'll
dragged?
drag it. I'm dragging them.
I've been
Alright.
dragging.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah,
Sorry.
You just put them
two
both in-
jobs.
alright.
Yeah. No, I
I
wouldn't let me
had a
scroll.
perfect commentary ready to go, and then you didn't drag them, and it threw me for a loop. This is I want to go into the world, and yeah, there's a lot of cats going on here. Are those cats? What are those things?
They're things.
Yeah, they're definitely things. So this is a puzzle stage. Basically, you're going around these screens and it's showing various things, and you're supposed to keep track of like every single thing, because there's going to be a foreign quiz at the end that asks you about like the number of a certain cat thing, or like the weight of a fruit, or etc. I don't remember. I think like maybe the color of the rods or something, or the order.
Yeah, I think there's 10 total questions. Once you get 3 right, you get to go in this weird mouth.
It's exactly factual.
Can someone change title? Well, it does say relay race, so I'm not sure what changing the title would accomplish.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a groovy little factory here. I don't know what's up with those dots on the spikes and the sprites. They look kind of weird to me, but they look like push pins.
Do you want to push them?
I kind of want to remove them and see what would happen, but
No.
not much to say about this level. It's a factory level.
Yeah,
There's
it's
conveyor
like
belts.
conveyors.
I mean, pretty straightforward. You've seen this kind of level in a million games before, so.
Except that it's visually pretty nice, and then you got things that make things. It's bringing the factory idea and just going a step above what you normally would see in a fan game. It is
This is
creating
make
this
more
life.
things.
This is technically the original I Want to Maker when you think about it.
Yeah, I remember when I Want to Maker introduced the granite blocks. That was a crazy update.
Cosmo trying to dodge some fruit. Nice. Fruit. Tomatoes. If you watched the match game, those are tomatoes.
I don't know if they're tomatoes. I think they're Game Maker 8 logos.
I could not agree more.
Objects by killers.
This jump sucks. I got it.
Wow, look at him go.
Look at him go. It's almost like he's really good at these games or something. He can kill
Sometimes.
a boss that is
I don't know if
literally
we have any
impossible.
proof.
Alright, so here's the boss. I think it only has the 2 attacks. The one where he comes down, does this little slash thing, and then we'll hopefully see the other one.
I hope we see the other one because that's the better attack.
It certainly is. The other one, he just kind of, the boss sits up there and shoots a bunch of bullets at you, like that.
You can see Not Today getting it.
And yeah, those, I think, are the only 2 attacks. How's everyone holding up? Wolsk, you doing alright?
I'm literally alive.
That's
I've-
like the
I've-
bare minimum. You're breathing, you're talking. That's really all we can ask for at this point in the marathon.
My lungs have not collapsed, my body has not collapsed, and I am currently able to talk without slurring most of my words.
Well, that's
Ooh.
awesome. I mean, we are still pretty early in the race, though, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yep,
There's
in
more
3
time
hours
to
time, I'll be dead.
decompensate.
So
Decomposed.
this stage has a lot to do with timing and whatnot, which you'll see a little bit more as they progress. From what I understand, I watched a video. I guess the sprites in the background change based on what the time is on your computer or something. Is that an actual fact, or have I been bamboozled?
That is actually a fact, yeah.
That's
I
pretty sick.
learned that from watching your playthrough, Cosmo. So
Yeah.
thank you, Team Cosmo. Very educational. And
No problem. I learned a lot about this game.
The stage also has a super hot mechanic, which if you don't know what that is, things move when you move. It's pretty sick. This game's got some really cool stuff.
And you'll get used to the super hot gimmick because it's like half the game.
It sure is.
Yeah, this game is much like my mixtape. It's super hot.
That's a Drake. That's a Drake.
And now you can see time is moving when he is doing the moves, which is what the premise of the super hot.
Oop.
Oh, that's a whoopsie pupsie right there.
Could not have said it better myself.
Can you try?
No. I'm too busy having an oopsie pipsy.
Oh,
In
okay,
shambles
well.
right now. I was really banking on you saying whoopsie
Is that a
pupsie,
Game
but
Grumps reference?
what, whoopsie pupsie?
Whoopsie poopsie.
I don't know. Someone said it on my stream once, which is twitch.tv/Racic. That's RACIC. And I just kind of adapted it, and I just say whoopsie pupsie when I make a mistake.
Devil's Third.
But yeah, this is kind of neat. The whole manipulating of the movements with your movements. It's pretty cool. It gets a little bit more intense, to say the least.
Yeah,
as
no.
you can see, these onion rings are also manipulated by your movements. Do you like onion rings, Wolsk?
It really depends on the type of onion rings, because you got like the two basic types, right? You have the one that's the onion inside, like just a full onion ring that's
Yeah.
battered, or you have like the fused onion rings that are like you bite into them and they don't like pull out the onion.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it's generally done at like fast food restaurants,
Right.
like Burger King onion rings.
Burger King has onion rings?
They do. They do.
Oh yeah. Oh, and they have the zesty sauce. The Burger Kings up here do. That's Canada for those paying attention at home. But yeah, the zesty sauce is pretty dope for the onion rings. What's low key really good to dip your onion rings in? Mayonnaise. I know it sounds disgusting, but it's actually like really good.
There's a burger that I always get at Burger King. My personal favorite, the Rodeo King,
Oh, that
which
sounds
is
good.
it's a big old burger, double cheeseburger with bacon, and it's also got onion rings and barbecue sauce,
Oh,
and I think a little mayo,
just a touch, just a pinch of mayo.
and it works.
It sounds delicious. I hope they have them at the Burger Kings up here in Canada, because I would like to get a Rodeo King. Hashtag ad, hashtag sponsored.
Everyone go to your local Burger King and make sure to donate.
Yes, use promo code Fangame21 for 10% off your order.
We're gonna get sued.
Yeah.
Hey guys, donate.
There's gonna be people actually at Burger King be like, oh, where's my discount?
The
This
real
section
dream is to get
is-
sponsored by Fangamer. That would just be the best. By the way, in case you can't tell with the super hot thing, it only moves when you press left or right. Jumping does not actually have an impact on that. So, you can jump, and then things will stay where they are.
Yeah,
Shall
this
I
No.
actually
section
do
is pretty tough.
spicy?
Big fail on my part.
Yeah, that's reverse Drake right there.
Yeah, that's E-card. Which is what my dad sends me on my birthdays.
I was waiting. I wanted to make it. I wanted to make that joke, and I'm like, he's got to follow that up. There it is. There it is.
What?
Yeah, the save is like pretty tricky, just because of the backtracking and then having to manipulate that, like going up with that golden onion ring.
It's looking like Cosmo's really struggling. Any comment?
That's true.
All right.
Thank
Well,
you,
thank you for
thank you, Team Cosmo, for that insight as to what your.
We're up here now. It's all good. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Nothing happened.
You know, in your defense, if I was in quite literally every single event at Fangame Marathon, I would be quite exhausted at this point as well. So, I think you're doing fantastic.
Thank you, Racic. That's appreciated.
Yeah.
As I take a quick glance over at the live feed at twitch.tv/Fangame Marathon, looks like Not Today is a little bit in the lead, followed closely by Team Cosmoing and Gaboro 14. But it's still anybody's race. Nobody's incredibly ahead.
Cosmoing's on the impossible row.
Done.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is yikes.
He made it possible.
Nice. He made it
Yeah,
possible.
getting that cycle to line up is like pretty upsetting. So now you got the super hot mechanic where things move when you do, but they also move when you don't. So
Probably was
It is.
saving one of the earlier screens that I just didn't know about.
yeah, some
is gonna
people
be-
say that you skipped a save. I didn't.
I was not aware of that save for the entirety of my time playing this game, is what I'll say.
say. Man's going.
Man's is stuttering. There we go. Nice. Attaboy.
Now this little fella in the top right, he's a good guy.
He's just sleeping. He's just having a nap.
Yeah. And he may or may not wake up.
God,
Let's just hope that he doesn't.
that would be unfortunate. Oh
I know
god.
If I woke up, the
Oh,
first thing I
Jesus
would do is
Christ, you
shoot
woke
a
up.
giant laser. Oh,
How'd you know that?
Oh. wait.
oh my gosh!
Oh
That is
gosh.
a beautiful looking laser, though.
Yeah, I think is that the Master Spark? I think. Do you know Cosmoing?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, that's really sad.
Oh,
I've done that several times actually now. Hey guys, my name is WolfieXE, and welcome to my live Let's Play of I Wanna Go End of the World. I'm sorry, I'm not even gonna die anymore. Just don't worry about it.
Like, not even in this game. Like in the entirety of the rest of the race.
Well, okay, I would not go that far.
Well, I mean, you said it.
You can
promised
see
the
Not
people.
Today is currently on the boss.
Oh, the impossible boss?
Sitting ahead of, the impossible boss, sitting ahead of Cosmo. And in third we have Gab, currently on the screen with the sleeping fella. Now the thing about the boss, as Cosmo said, is it's impossible. So it's kind of crazy that we included it, because that means the relay kind of has to end there.
Yeah, that's kind of strange that any part of Fangame Marathon would include an impossible boss, but here we are.
Yeah, following up the Blind Adventure game, you'd think that they wouldn't do it again.
And yeah, here we are.
Oh, it
Nice.
looks like Not Today is about to do it.
No way.
And you know
He's
what?
done it.
You know what he said to the boss? He said, "Not today."
Are you gonna be here all night?
Oh yeah, try the fish. Tip your servers.
What if I don't like fish though?
What if you don't like your servers? He's currently on the reverse white phase. So let's see if he can finish in a good amount of time.
Gotta be honest, all three teams are absolutely killing it though.
Yeah, I gotta say though, team first, looking pretty not in first.
I'm sure Kale has something to say about that though.
We'll
Yeah,
see
team-
what happens. Not today seems to be struggling with the double curve attack. The blue circles, they curve doubly.
Hence why you would call it the double curve attack.
Yep.
To be fair, the
So
reverse
I would
white
do
phase is
anything.
also impossible. That was impossible.
Oof.
If only there was a better name for reverse white.
Yeah, it's
Nah.
first. Oh, red eyes attack. It's got red eyes.
Yeah, that works. Yeah. The Red Eyes Phase 2 boss.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a mouthful. That's fine.
Yeah.
Red face, reverse white, skin tone attack phase 2. Just
Gab
rolls
is-
off the tongue, really.
Gab is about to be at the boss, it seems.
Yeah, it looks like the boss is a bit of a bottleneck here. Everybody is now on the boss, so we'll see how this goes.
Cosmo, can you please tell me what you said about Go the End of the World when we were first talking about the games in the relay?
When we were first talking about the games? Or do you mean recently?
I guess I should say recently.
Yeah, I think this game is going to decide the relay race because of these bosses. But apparently we're all doing pretty well, so maybe not.
Yeah, you're all on the boss right now. We got 2 on the reverse white Red Eyes Black Dragon phase.
Yes.
And we have Gab on the first phase.
So the reason this phase sucks is it can go literally anywhere on the screen. And you might not be able to reach it to shoot it in time.
When you say literally anywhere, is there like... There's probably like...
I think there's a height limit, like it can't go below a certain point. Other than that, it can go pretty much anywhere, yeah.
Gotcha.
Come on, it has 2 health.
No! Ooh!
There we go.
This is close.
Oh, Cosmo has
Oh,
beaten the...
Oh no! Okay.
Alright, so that was like half the game in one stage.
Yeah, that's
No.
that's a stage for sure.
I'm sorry. It's
Not
doing
today also
really
has
bad
just
stuff right
finished
now.
the boss, so he is not far behind.
Nice.
And looks like Gab's about to finish phase 1.
That was, like I was saying, a very beefy stage, much like the double Whopper you can order from Burger King today. Lots of beef to that stage, just like there's lots of beef to that burger.
Yeah, be sure to use our promo code.
Double
For
the beef.
10% off your order, yeah. So this space stage, I mean, you turn the lasers off, and then you go through, you dodge these bullets. There's not really, again, much more to say. There is a bit of a skip I'm sure Cosmo's gonna go for.
I am not
And
going for the
there's-
John skip.
There is the dancing robot. You will see it make a return. Good friend.
I love
job.
John.
Then you have the, is that a Maple Story enemy? I think I've heard.
I do not believe this one is a Maple Story enemy. It looks like one. Oh, wait, the robot is, though.
Oh,
The Grim Reaper I don't believe is, though.
okay.
Is
That's so bad of me.
Long saves. Long, painful saves.
Yeah, every save in this stage is at least 2 screens.
And that's the thing too, if you see one of the teams ahead, that can change very, very quickly.
Yeah, you know, when one person's in the lead, it's not the end of the world for the others.
Please laugh.
Please laugh.
Okay, should be good.
Wow. Wow.
Right now, this is where the funny business starts happening.
There's the dancers.
Oh, there they are.
It becomes a mess.
Yeah, that's an understatement. I feel like if we had any foresight, we would have seen if there was an emote with this dancing fella. and added that.
We should make one.
Yeah, that should happen. Retroactively though, so then we can spam it during this part. Oh, there we go.
Today is doing a pretty good job of staying almost on par with Mr. Ing.
Yes, Team Cosmoing, I think, is what the team name is.
I would not
I
agree.
have heard that.
I'm just going by the introduction from Kraka.
Okay, so it's Kraka's fault. That's fine. Uh-oh.
As long as you can blame Kraka, it's okay.
Yeah. we all need something reliable in our lives, and I think blaming Kraka is what I need.
Yeah, there's death, taxes, and blaming Kraka, really.
Explain the super cold. Have you heard of the global heat death of the universe? Or the heat death of the universe? Not global.
Alright, so this boss is impossible.
Bit of a theme here.
It's the yellow boss.
One might call it the sun.
I call it
It's
the
a
light
giant
ball.
yellow thing, and you're kind of in space.
So it has, I believe, 3 attacks?
I think it's 4.
4. And then when the boss is at lower HP, the attacks are slightly buffed, a different color, and it has other things going on. Which, as long as you don't get the pinwheel spinning the opposite direction from...
Ugh.
I'm so
where
good at
you are.
Fangames.
That's kind of wild. Did you even get the pinwheel going the opopposite way?
I think I got it near the
I think I
start.
once, yeah.
Yeah, if you get that going the opposite direction, that's the hard part of the boss.
It's
So-
kind of interesting that there's an impossible boss that Cosmoing defeated.
What's
seems
the
to
next
be
game,
a
Aura?
theme here.
Yep, Aura.
Okay. Which one's Aura? Which one's Aura? This one's Aura. Sorry, I got
Alright,
volume.
Not Today has just reached the sun. Gab is currently just working through the final stage.
Yeah, so this next game has a certain aura to it.
Wait.
Yeah.
Who said it, guys?
Yeah. Like, that was the best I could do. It wasn't nearly as good as your end of the world one from the last one, but
No, I think it was good enough. It got the
Yeah.
point across.
I tried my best.
So this game has references to another game you may know. It's I wanna be the Zero game. Very similar in style. So this game is just straight up a copy, essentially, of Zero game.
Has a reference to a pretty obscure franchise some of you may know about. It's called Kirby.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's a very small. It's just got a small cult following. It's not very popular. I can understand if you hadn't have heard of it, Wolsk.
Well, I mean, I only play Flash games, which is why I've heard of don't shoot red or whatever, or shoot all the red.
Red
Destroyer.
It was Red Remover. I'm pretty sure Don't Shoot the Red is
Red
actually.
Remover. Yeah, Red Destroyer sounds like a. You know what? I'm gonna keep it family friendly here.
All right.
That sounds like a Marvel character.
I was gonna say it sounds like. Nope, I'm not. Nope. We're good.
Nah, stop yourself there. I know what you're about to say.
Oh, did
yeah,
Day also
perfect.
first try final boss? Pretty well done.
Yep, it seems he also did. So he is rolling through, which means now they are on to Mr. Sele. And Gab has not yet reached the boss, but he is approaching.
No, Gab, no.
We're on Whispy Hoods.
There's no H on that second word. Can you say that again?
Whispy.
Whispy Hoods.
Okay. Okay.
Look, I'm not telling you how to play the games, so you don't tell me how to commentate on the games, okay?
I wish I could tell you that Doesn't mean anything, but you know, it's probably fair.
There's my fake enraged moment for the race.
You know, we are the professional commentators who get paid the big bucks by Burger King. Be sure to use our promo code.
Yeah,
Whereas
Fangame
you are the
21 at
speedrunner.
for 10% off your order.
Let me know when I should drop the sponsored message.
Exclamation mark sponsor.
I don't really understand this area, so Wolsk was about to explain it, so I'll just shut my pie hole.
Yeah, basically this game, like the whole game is just, it's mostly just Kirby. It's just smaller screens, which it's kind of a cool aesthetic, but like, there's not a lot to it. You just go through the areas, and it's kind of a simple trap game, adventure game, with the enemies from Kirby. There's not a lot to say beyond it's enjoyable and on the easier end, or is a pretty good beginner game that is recommended a lot. Is that a good enough explanation?
I think that's great. I think that was fantastic.
Thank you so much, because I am a professional commentator.
Yeah, so am I. We're professionals because we get paid, and we get paid thanks to our friends at Burger King. If you want to, go there, use our promo code Fangame21 at checkout for 10% off. That'd be great.
Order a Happy Meal.
Whoa.
That's a
Whoa,
tasty
whoa.
meal.
Whoa, cut the stream, cut the audio.
All proceeds go to the Arnold Palmer Foundation.
Getting back on track, Dark Nebula. This is a boss. It's not difficult. There you go.
It's not difficult, but
Yeah.
it is pretty RNG.
And it's another one of those reverse white colors with red eyes, so
Yeah, that seems to be
very
a
similar to
theme
the
here.
previous boss.
Sadly, I cannot shoot it until it goes down. And I don't get to decide that.
Usually the opposite of life.
Do you shoot people when they go up?
No, it has to be up to shoot people. Just don't worry about it.
Moving on.
I have no idea who that is talking right now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's Shadow.
Oh, okay. Good. Perfect. This is basically the Guy Rock area, and it's got a billion traps. So your first playthrough of this area is you're gonna have a time.
Yep, and it's got Mario sound effects.
Yeah, so
Wahoo.
it's basically perfect.
I mean, yeah.
It's pretty hard for a new player, especially this that Hadoken attack trap thing. I have seen many a person struggle to figure out how you do that one.
Yeah, it was shot by the character in the Street Fighter franchise, Ryu. There's a big thing of spikes coming,
I
but
forgot every time.
oof.
We're getting Not Today currently on Dark Nebula, and Gab's still on the final boss of Go End of the World. He is unfortunately struggling as the boss is uncool and will do things to you that are not neat.
No,
Yeah.
they're messy. if
Me
you
and
will.
Not Today first trying that boss is not how that usually goes.
Yeah, it's legitimately quite difficult.
I would probably go as far as to say it's the hardest boss in this entire relay race.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wouldn't necessarily argue with that.
That's a good thing.
final boss of Nang.
Oh yeah, everyone knows that one.
Yep, that one's pretty up there. Some say it can't even be beaten.
Alright, there's a cool little skip. Cause was what to do. Boop, there it is.
I actually managed to shoot above it, I'm pretty sure.
Oh. Oh.
Which I didn't know was possible until just now.
Yeah, that's another whoopsie poopsie, as it were.
Could not agree more.
But team first, this is a long race. They're definitely not out of contention. If anyone can catch up, it's going to be the one and only Kale.
Kale does actually have the record for Aura. It was originally someone else who was supposed to be on the team, and they had to drop, and Kale, being the amazing god speedrunner that he is, agreed to take the spot, and he proceeded to get the record a few days later.
Stole it from me.
Now, that's what the youngsters call a Chad moment, right there. And Kale says, yeah, I can do that. Boom, record. See ya. Speaking of not good times on your first playthrough, here's a Spotlight Labyrinth. I don't think anything more needs to be said.
It's not particularly hard. I mean, it points at where you're supposed to go, and then when you get there, you just have to go somewhere else.
I don't like Spotlight gimmicks. That's probably a semi-hot take, but I think they're, by and large, not very well implemented. And just, yeah, I'll just sort of leave it at that.
I'm struggling to determine if you saying it's a semi-hot take is being facetious or being completely genuine.
See,
Please-
that's the
please
beauty
answer.
of my commentary. Nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about.
Alright, fair enough.
No, I thought that was a hot take. Does everybody just hate Spotlight gimmicks?
Spotlight is pretty well hated.
Okay. This is Kid.
Gab is really struggling. He just died with pretty low HP.
That's rough.
The blue squares came down, and he went to the right when he was already close to the right, and he was all over.
The squares dropping down, the targeted squares are brutal.
I'd also like to amend what I just said because I just confused right and left, so just pretend that I said left to begin with.
Well, because we're looking at the stream, it's mirrored for us. So you were correct, but Twitch chat would see it a different way.
God, I'm so happy that you brought that up, because that's exactly what's happening and the reason that happened.
Yeah, it wasn't you having probably an hour and a half of sleep over the last 4.5 days. It was just the technical mirroring issue that a lot of people don't know about. But thankfully, Wolsk and I are here to sort of pull back the curtain and give you a little behind the scenes as far as the technical of the stream.
Yeah, an important part of being a commentator is knowing how to flip the screen in your mind. And since we are both professionals, we can do that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty flipped out right now, for sure.
Kind of like this kid that Cosmoing is currently fighting, with the way that he is flipping in this final avoidance phase.
Yes, some, not necessarily me, some might say he was spinning and not necessarily flipping, but yeah, flipping.
It's
Some would
flipping.
say he had too much Molly.
Wow.
I guess some could say that.
I wouldn't say that. I don't know what that is.
Good friend of mine.
So, this is like an amalgamation, a mashup of different bosses and characters and such.
Yeah, that person on the left, you may know them as Normal, as it said.
Mm-hmm. We call him Norm for short.
Yep.
Good
And
old
then
Norm.
up top, you got the classic Great Reception.
Yeah.
It's very convenient.
I wish my table, my television had that, or my table, I guess, as well.
The wonderful thing about these bosses having names like Perfect Human Being or Great Reception is Terry Kavanaugh just not going to come after us.
True.
Fun
And also,
fact, by the way. Oh, no. Oh,
no, go ahead. I insist.
I was going to say Terry Kavanaugh, he has actually seen Fangames before.
Really?
He has heard of Not Another V6 game from ours. He tweeted about it once, which is pretty wild.
Wow, that is in fact baller, as the children would say. That's a GG from Team Cosmoing.
Yeah, I let the end screen actually show up and say congratulations, even though that's not where you would normally split.
So the final bit of that boss, after killing it, there's a short avoidance phase, which is not particularly hard, but it is choky. The Aura final boss is pretty long, but now we're into Nang, the game that you all know or don't.
This is where serious upsets can happen.
Yep.
I have not played this in 3 weeks, and God oh God, do I know that not playing this for a while makes me pretty bad at it.
So this game came out quite literally 25 years ago, and it still has like S tier like production value, even relative to games that come out today. I don't know the exact year it came out because I'm still relatively new to the community, and I didn't do my proper research for this. But I do know that it's a substantially older game. But it's just like top tier in every level. There's like multiple endings. I recommend it for anybody that likes fan gaming. Maybe not for beginner level fan gamers. Like the first few bits look pretty easy, but pardon the swear jar, but shit gets real pretty heavily as you get later on into the game.
Yes.
Speaking of games with multiple endings, please consider playing I Want to Cruise the Six Islands.
Yes. My commentary for the rest of the entire event will just be saying yes. So
That's good.
So team seems like team first is okay with the suggestion to change it up.
okay. So make sure Kraken knows as well. So we are going to, if Gab cannot finish this boss, we are going to just move on to keep things going. So even though he has struggled with the boss, we're just going to send it over to Kale, because we don't want anyone to be stuck too long when the estimate has already been hit for the game. So we're going to keep things friendly.
Alright, Kraken is on his way.
Wonderful.
Hopefully to change and not crack a change.
Crack change, crack change.
I actually got it.
But yeah, another thing about Nang, which is short for Not Another Needle Game, is it's got this cool sort of like GLaDOS kind of vibe to it with the instructions and such. So it's just a top tier game. I don't really think I need to sing its praises anymore, but I probably will as we continue to go through it.
So as you can see, Kale has moved on to Aura now to give first its fighting chance. And not today, or Nins.
Is Nins going?
Nins is going.
Yeah, if anyone is going to pop off with anything involving any sort of needle, Ninja is certainly qualified to do that.
If I'm still ahead after this game, I'm going to be really happy with myself.
You know what? You should be really happy with yourself regardless of where you are.
I mean, yeah, but I'm going to be like especially happy.
Okay.
Like I might buy myself an ice cream later today.
Yes.
So for those who do not know
Fine with all the
Ninja,
sponsor money.
he is well known for playing really hard needle games and beating them.
Yeah, and making them look not really hard.
Yeah. He has done a speedrun of Discord Makers, which is quite hard. And he has, I believe, 100%ed Discord Makers too. Also, potentially hard.
Now, I don't know the status of the GBC that Nins was working on. Did he ever do that one, Deathless, or?
Not yet, but he's still working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it was nice to take a break to deal with the things that he had to play for Fangame Marathon.
Fair.
He doesn't have DM2 yet. Okay. Well, he's definitely close at the very least.
He got ATK2 instead.
Yep.
Yeah, so the fact that we're continuing to list game after game after game, it really just kind of goes to show you how baller Ninja is.
And why I'm reasonably very scared.
Yep.
You probably should be absolutely terrified.
The one benefit that Ing will have over here is that this game is not insanely hard needle. It's a lot of needle, but certainly not at the same type of difficulty level of the games that were just listed.
True.
So, being consistent at kind of average to harder difficulty needle with triggers is quite different from being good at impossible needle.
Yeah, it's quite different from being Nins, basically.
Yeah.
Looks like probably about a 15-ish floor lead right now for Team Cosmoing. And yeah, part of what we mentioned earlier is there's like a lot of different endings depending on, like, there's different secrets and stuff you can get. It's dope. It's a dope game.
Yeah, and the runners will be doing bad end, except for Cosmoing, who has to go for true end. in
Wait,
this
hold
race.
on.
Imagine.
How much sleep is Cosmo on? Wait, can you even count?
I believe it's something like 3 hours in the past 24 hours.
Okay, well, it's more than 0, so
Yeah.
keep up the good work.
Thanks. The last time I took anything more than a nap was it was well over 24 hours ago. How did I? All right. The
To
guys,
put
it's
into
me.
perspective how good Cosmoing is, in case you can't tell, he is running on 3 hours of sleep in the past 24 hours. He hasn't practiced these games in like 3 weeks, and he is speedrunning all of them together without having to, without being able to really practice all of them, because that's a lot of games, and he's also doing like 30 other things. And he's still staying in first, so you know. To explain how he did that previous boss in the Blind Adventure game in 5 tries, now you're kind of getting to experience why.
Hello, I know how this works. There we go.
Except, as I say that, he has now failed a corner about 20 times in a row.
Yeah, that might actually be a prime opportunity for Nins to gain some ground, but we'll see when Nins gets to that area.
Yeah, I did not have the battle line corner muscle memory in me.
There is actually an achievement for that, which is great, because Cosmoing is actually going for all achievements in this run.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
No, the idea behind that screen is you go all the way around, grabbing a line, and then go all the way back, but you can just do 2 quick jumps, and then you can go straight through the corner, and go straight to the warp. Or touch the wall and then fall back through, and then do it with a good align, which is quote-unquote a safety strat, I guess. I don't know if that's better or worse.
Yeah, a couple deaths on that last floor too have opened the door for some ground to be made up, because Nins is now less than 10 floors away.
Shut up. No way.
I can't actually shut up. I'm here to commentate the run, so that wouldn't be very good commentary if I was to shut up.
That's fair, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
Floor 77. This is the floor that made me want to create Fangames of my own. Shout out to that.
Oh, wild.
Lord.
We're just learning all kinds of neat
Yeah.
stuff here.
And then after playing 77, got to floor 80 and saw all the triggers here, and I was like, oh, well, that really made me get off my ass and literally do it that day rather than just plan to do it. So,
Wild.
yeah. The trigger gaming is always fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nang is a
Nang's
very
is-
I was gonna say Nang's a very influential game for a lot of people. So
Yeah, and I'm not saying this to make you nervous, Cosmo, but Nins is like hot on your tail. like yeah, catching
okay.
up big time.
Nins
Yeah.
will surely shamble eventually.
Do you know Nins?
I do know Nins.
yep, Nins is good at needle, and he may reach the conveyor stage, and then it could be all over.
Yeah, conveyors are. So just to sort of put things in perspective here, Nins is now less than 5 floors away. But yeah,
We are
these
seeing people
conveyors.
say that-
Sorry, go ahead.
We are seeing people say that conveyors are good. I'd like to inform the masses that that's just not correct. So please disregard those people.
Yeah, I mean, much like. No. I decided I wasn't going to upset a whole genre of players, including the one that I'm taking the run with. Yeah, avoidances are great too.
Yeah, you are a big avoidance fan.
Yeah, if there's one thing that I'm known for in this community, it's being really a huge fan of avoidances.
So, as a fan
especially
of-
how good I am at them too.
As a fan of Nang and avoidances, Nang does have an avoidance in it. So what are your thoughts on that?
That's true.
Currently, Cosmo is avoiding some delicious fruit there.
That's not the avoidance in the game, though.
Okay, question. Did Cosmo have to avoid those fruit?
I knew I should have touched that save.
That was a mistake.
Oh, that's a big yikes right there.
Nins is definitely going to catch up right here, because I usually have trouble doing this cancel.
Eesh.
Is my numlock not on? Oh, because I have a game in the background that's actually turning it off. Well,
Oh no, that might.
we're going to do the floor the normal way then.
Yikes.
All right, everyone enjoy this because you'll never see it done the normal way again in your entire life.
Just really erase problems. Because I do have all 5 games open. Well, not anymore, but...
Oof.
So Nins, as you can see, is on floor 100 right now.
Amazing. How does he do it?
Kind of tragic that Cosmo took so long on that WoW screen that Nins was able to jump forward about 20 floors.
Yep. Ah.
It looks as though Kale has reached the final boss of Aura, or will be reaching it soon. He still has the corridor, spotlight corridor.
Everyone's favorite gimmick, Spotlight.
Mhm.
As discussed earlier.
Yep. Just like conveyors, they're widely loved.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
No.
Again,
Still-
I can't help but say once again how goddamn insane Nins is.
He truly has consistency.
Like mashed potatoes.
Yes. Wet.
Yeah.
Maybe a little chunky.
I do prefer my mashed potatoes with some chunk in them.
Yeah, you gotta have a little chunk in your trunk. The trunk, of course, being mashed potatoes.
Oh, okay. All right. I didn't get that.
That's okay. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help explain things.
Yeah, I was actually looking at getting a car, but I didn't realize mashed potatoes were an important part of them. So,
Right.
yeah,
Fair.
I'm not an expert.
No. On cars or mashed potatoes.
Apparently neither.
Now, are you a gravy kind of guy with your mashed potatoes, Wolsk?
Absolutely. If
Yeah.
they don't have gravy, are they really mashed potatoes? The answer is absolutely, but they're better with them.
You really just use those words in that order, huh?
That's yeah. I mean, yeah. There it is.
So if you didn't see floor 100, there is a trap there. It's a big ol' funny where when you try jumping over that spike, based on your death count, it will either fly up at you or it will just reverse trap you and fly up behind you. So they check their death count to know if it's even or odd to know which they have to do. First playthrough is really great because if you get there with, I believe, an even number of deaths and you try going over, then it'll fly up. And then you try to bait it out the second time with an odd number of deaths and it hits you again. And then who knows if it'll happen again.
Yeah, and back to sort of Operation Catch Up for Team
First?
for Ninja. They're basically on the same screen. Ninja's like maybe one screen behind right now, but yeah, this is pretty insane how well Ninja is doing in this game. Which is not even to say Team Cosmo has, pardon the term, shit the bed in this game. There's been a couple struggles. It just more so speaks to how well Ninja's doing. Because Cosmo is still doing really well, but yeah, Ninja's just not a human, I'm not sure.
And Kale is working on currently fighting the medley of bosses, so he should be done relatively soon. Again, he's just got the small fights with the fellas, and then there is the avoidance phase, and then it's out, and BV is going to hop into Nang shortly after. Ninja is still hot on the trail of Cosmo, but Cosmo has been absolutely tearing it up, as he does.
I love this stage.
In the post 100 floors, Cosmo's been on fire, in the zone, as the kids might say.
Don't worry, that's all gonna change.
Okay. Why do you say that?
It's not.
So the next stages, the ones that aren't this one, do have a tendency to shred me,
Nice.
like cabbage.
Like a shredded cabbage. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so we got BV on Nang. Unfortunately going in pretty far behind the others, but we will see what happens.
I believe all the other runners, I say BV and Nins, have better times than me in this game. In other words, I'm in danger.
In other words, Cosmo is going to set a new record this run.
That'd be a really weird time we'd be living in if I actually got the record in Nang.
That would be a weird time.
It'd be a very interesting time. I'd be interested in that time.
What would it be?
53:28.
Yep.
By saying that, people can know exactly how delayed we are.
Any yeppers in chat? Even if Nins doesn't, in fact, fully catch up or overtake Team Cosmo in here, it's certainly become even closer than it was before. So this is pretty. This floor is pretty tricky for sure. Those are death blocks. If you touch them, you die. Not sure why they're called death blocks though, but.
Oh yeah, TNT is a thing that you can use in bad end runs. I forgot about that.
Yep. So here's the first one, here's the second one.
So this game has a TNT mechanic. Basically, you can destroy rooms that you don't want to do. And once you save, they're gone. And you will get a few more throughout the run based on how far you get through. I think by the end of True End you have like 5 if you don't use any.
In Bad End, we just get 3. Please stop touching that spike.
So you can see that Nins has basically just caught up
No!
because of how things have gone in this room for Cosmo, unfortunately.
It's okay, I'm sure Nins is gonna do the exact same mistakes I just did.
Ninja makes no mistakes.
So it looks like Nins has first tried that screen.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
like not even no cap, as the kids would say. That's wow. We've got a run on our hands. However, in third, you know, BB's. I mean, they're still early on in the game, but they're, you know, going through, not making many mistakes early on, which is key, because later on is where the mistakes can happen. But so far, so good. They're still within striking distance for sure. I wouldn't count that team out yet. And if you see what I did there, I would like a Drake. That would be great. Thanks. I'm just gonna wait till I see a Drake or two in the chat.
Mm-hmm. There's one. There's
Perfect.
2.
There's a couple.
Well, you got
Great.
your 1 or 2. Well, you gotta turn back now.
Yeah. I don't get it. Well, I said you don't want to count. Whatever, doesn't matter.
You sure?
So this area has triple jump. It's cool.
Yeah, it's got the stars, which is more than just triple jump. Yellow star is triple jump, gray star is double jump, and a black star is single jump, which means there is clever platforming done where you are switching between which type of jump you are able to do. And also there is some clever use of jump refreshers on a few screens with triple jump, as Geezer made them stack because he is talented and handsome.
Yes. I can't agree
So this is
anymore.
unironically my hardest floor in the game. I'm bad at this floor.
This floor is a little tricky, to say the least.
Yep, there you go.
Up and around. Oof.
There you go.
And you see the third piece of TNT used right there. Generally, in case you cannot tell, it's used on the either harder or just longer floors. Some people do different ones, but generally speaking, most people just use the same floors for TNT in Bad End. In True End, there's actually some cool strats where, as you're going through on the original floors, you will bomb some that will later on help you in True End, because it actually bombs them in both places and allows you to skip things, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
That is actually rather radical.
Yeah, and the coolest thing about it was that Geezer knew about that and put it in intentionally because he's talented and handsome.
Yeah. Yeah. You know who else, speaking of talented and handsome, is in fact talented and handsome?
Who?
The King, the Burger King. Where if you go to Burger King and use our promo code Fangame21, Fangame Marathon 21, I think it was, you get 10% off your order. So, yeah.
I like the I think it was added in there.
Well, we've got a couple of different promo codes. They're all the same, really. Yeah, this sponsorship is in shambles, as it were.
So you can see right there, floor 138 was the clever triple jump one that I talked about, where you chain the jump refreshers together. It's pretty neat.
The 135 now, where Team Cosmo is on, is a little janky. You gotta do some fancy bonks here and there, but looks like he's got it under control now. Nice.
Alright, so Nins is moving on to stage 7, which is a new mechanic. We got gravity now, and speed zones. As many people know, the best one, according to Wolfie, is the slow field. Possibly for no reason other than because everyone doesn't like it.
That's probably actually true.
Factual statement.
I'm just saying, Kale has never used the slow gravity field, probably.
That's so true. And if Kale hasn't used it, that means it's bad.
Exactly.
Of the gravity fields, which one's your favorite? What's your favorite color of the switchers, Wolsk?
I have always been a fan of the low gravity. But the problem with that is that I'm bad with switching between low gravity and normal gravity. So it needs to be used in a specific way that makes me not look like an idiot, being unable to distinguish which one I'm currently doing.
See, are you okay if I give you some helpful advice, Wolsk?
You are an expert fan gamer, so any
I
advice
mean,
would
I
be
am
very appreciated.
the best fan gamer known to man than anything. You don't have to worry about looking like an idiot if you're constantly just an idiot. There's no distinguishing at that point, right? If you're just constantly an idiot. I'm speaking from experience, of course. If you're just an idiot, then you can't just suddenly look like an idiot. You just look normal because you're just an idiot.
It's like the common conundrum of like, can you have good without evil?
Right,
Can you be an idiot without being an idiot?
Yeah, exactly.
Nins is kind of tearing through the gravity field stage. Cosmo is staying relatively close behind, but
I was doing really good until that floor.
yeah, there have been a couple of floors that were like not great, but overall it's been pretty smashing, as one may say.
Yeah, and that's again like what I was saying before. Cosmoing like is still absolutely destroying this game. It just happens to be that Nins is destroying it at a little bit better of a pace. That was a nice little play from Cosmoing there.
Thank you.
And to check in on first place, we got BV still working through, heading towards the general needle stuff, still not reaching the gimmicky side of the game yet. And he's doing quite well, but he will need to do quite weller to catch up.
Yes.
Wellington?
I think as long as BV maintains a decent pace, with the 2 games remaining, I honestly wouldn't count I wouldn't count that team out yet. Obviously, they've got their work cut out for them, and would require some struggles from the other team and Team Cosmo, but you never know. That's the beauty of these races is unless you absolutely just shit the bed, you got a chance. Now, to answer the question that nobody asked me, my least favorite of these switchers is the blue one. I hate it. It's the worst thing. It's awful, and I hate it.
Hey Racic, what's your least favorite of the different switchers?
I'm so glad you asked that, Wolsk. I'd probably say the blue one. It's not really my favorite. I don't like it that much at all. It's just it's just awkward. It's the most awkward for me. It's just down you go kind of vibes, you know?
Yeah. I can get with that. Although I can't say that I would necessarily find it worse than the slow fields. Racic doesn't like the fat kid. Well, the
well,
crazy thing
Racic
about
is the fat kid, so I mean, except I'm not a kid. I'm the fat guy. Okay.
here's the crazy thing about being fat. If you know someone known as Isaac Newton, being fat would not necessarily mean you fall faster because of the laws of gravity. So
It's funny you mention that. I'm old enough that I actually did know Isaac Newton. He was a good friend of mine. So, yeah, no, I totally understand what you're saying, for sure.
However,
He
at
mentioned
some
that to me
point,
as a...
the drag would set in, so drag would make you fall slower.
Jesus Christ, who invited this guy?
I don't know,
Yeah.
I just show up.
Fair enough.
Just-
One might say you're lurking in the shadows.
I was gonna say he's dragging the vibe down. You know, because it's drag. He talked about drag, right?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, Shadows, do you get it? Yeah, he gets it.
That's true. Alright, so Telekid is kind of awesome.
Telekid is kind of awesome. This is a mechanic that you may know from I Wanna Maker. Geezer actually took it from there and used it in his own game.
Fun fact.
So true.
Not only are we like providing exceptional commentary on what is happening, we're also being quite informative and educational.
We are professional commentators after all.
We are professional because we do manage to get paychecks thanks to our wonderful sponsors, Burger King. If you want to head there and use whatever the promo code is and get 10% off your order.
Big Mac, I believe, was the promo code.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, so to explain the Telekid, when you press the shoot button, instead of shooting gun, it shoots kid. And when a kid touches a wall, it will instantly teleport you there. If the kid touches a cherry, it'll kill the kid, and if it touches a spike, it just goes right through. So now you can see Cosmoing is on the leak stage. It's a reference to a game known as Churach, which the text up top very clearly tells you. So,
yeah, and if you haven't played this game, which I don't think there'd be a lot of you, but if you haven't played this game and you're looking to get some secrets and stuff, keep an eye on the text up at the top. It'll very often give you a hint if you're on an area with a secret.
see, it's really great that you mentioned that, because Cosmoing has not actually been going for all of those, even though he is supposed to do it, considering he's doing a true end run.
That's true. Sorry, I don't actually know where they are. As I've never played this game before, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think you're doing fantastic for never having played this game before.
Thank you, Racic.
Nins is kind of crushing it right now, though. He is doing pretty solid at the Telekid stage.
Wait, why did I do that?
Wow. Nins, calm your tits, Nins.
And it looks like BV has just reached the fake bad end. So he has still a ways to catch up, but he's doing things.
Yeah, I feel like that was, maybe it was because, let's be honest, we don't really pay much attention to them because they're so far behind. But I feel like that was pretty good time for getting through that first chunk of a hundy.
BV is a very good player and also just a good guy.
Nice.
Just a swell guy.
Shoutouts to BB.
If you didn't watch Fish Out of Water, BV was part of that, and what a time that was.
No, what?
I want you to know, Cosmo, that Nins did literally the same thing.
Good.
like exactly the same.
As all good players do.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And now Nins has reached the avoidance that was mentioned earlier. It's got 4 stages of difficulty, or at least different attack types. First one is just cherries that fall. Second one is cherries that fall but have a random direction or a random angle slightly, and also different sizes. Level 3, they do something stupid. And then level 4, they come from the sides as well as the top. Or is level 4 the small ones? Level 4 is the small one. Level 5 is when they come from the sides. So there are 5 levels.
Yeah, it's a good thing we didn't invite John Games to play this game because, as we know from the Fangame game, John Games doesn't like avoidances.
It's true. Unfortunately, John is forever banned from the marathon for his very upsetting opinions.
Right. Yeah, we wouldn't want to have anybody part of the Fangame Marathon that really wasn't a big fan of avoidances. That would be blasphemous.
Yeah, and we certainly won't allow anyone named John. So if your name's John, just don't even bother applying.
Yeah, regardless of your opinion on avoidances, just Johns in general. Sorry, it's
not gonna work out.
We're not. Yeah.
So Cosmo has now reached the avoidance. Nins has been crushing it for quite a while. Although, judging by the fact that Cosmo's really not that far ahead, he's probably been crushing it too. But we wanted to focus on someone else for a change, and there's not really much more to that sentence. We just wanted to focus on someone else for a change.
Yeah. Although I think it is good that we are watching and commentating on Cosmo's stream, given the lack of exposure that Cosmo's had throughout the Fangame Marathon. I think it's fair that we're sure to spotlight Cosmoing here.
Yeah,
Thank you.
He hasn't had a ton of representation throughout the event.
Exactly. I think it's right that we're spotlighting Team Cosmoing.
Spotlight.
Ah.
Oh, well, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well,
Nins is about to finish Bad End. He is climbing up to the warp. Will he first try it? He's actually first tried the warp grab. You don't understand that is legitimately, impossible. Anyone who's played this game knows that, straight up, just not doable. So Nins just did it.
As you can see, there's a lot of extra stuff waiting if you get the different secrets and crystals and all that nonsense. But that wouldn't be the bad end. Now would it?
So right when he leaves that tower, that's when the game ends, which means theoretically we should have transitioned over to Groupie by now, so that we could see what Wolfie's doing, because he's absolutely going.
The good thing is that it's actually not Wolfie.
Oh, yeah, I just looked at the wrong column. Well, keep waiting, Wolfie, because next up is Streluk21 or Streluk or whatever the heck it is, because it's Evgeny Bashigo, and he changed his name 2 days ago, and I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's one of those. We are still waiting for Kraka to actually transition the scene so we can see the next game, because we're currently just watching the credits. And thankfully Shadows has just left the call to do that.
We can always count on Shadows.
Oh, we can see Kraka switching up the scene now. And there's Groovy.
That is...
Alright, now the bad thing about this game is I actually have to go in Task Manager to turn it off.
Kraka layout.
Alright, Groovy. No, that's Mashikaku. There's Groovy.
Alright, so we're moving on to game 4. So we have 2 people currently working on Groovy. Again, Streluk, Evgeny.
Let's go with what we know.
And Cosmo are now there.
So there's a neat little thing you just saw Cosmo doing. You can kind of just hug the edge of that ledge there and not actually hit the spike. It's kind of neato.
Yeah, spikes are missing 1 pixel, so they're 31 pixel wide.
That's a really funny skip.
But the cool thing is also you have AD, so you can just kind of do it all whenever you want.
Oh. Huh. You know, I hadn't watched a run of this, but I did play the game recently. Pretty fun game that, for some reason, no one wanted to sign up for.
No.
Straight up, no one wanted to. And this was the one game that Cosmo, like, really wanted to do.
I love this game.
So, Cosmo put it down as a potential game,
No.
and, in terms of people signing up for the relay, it was just a long list of people saying, I'll do anything other than Coinstack and Groovy. Then one brave lad by the name of WolfieX said, alright, I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm doing Groovy, when he said that he had not played the game before. So he made the decision to learn the run for a game he had not played just so Cosmo could enjoy it.
Thank you very much to
that
Wolfie.
really speaks a lot to Wolfie's character, one of the most wholesome individuals in the Fangame community. He's a good lad, that Wolfie XE.
He's got a good head on his shoulders.
He does. Not as good as the new Geezer's head, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, but it is
But, I
the
mean,
head
who
of
does-
someone who's talented and handsome.
Right. I feel like Wolfie is talented. I gotta be honest, I have no idea what Wolfie looks like, but I can assume that Wolfie's handsome.
I've heard Wolfie described as looking like an arch villain.
And they're
like, in
usually
anime.
handsome. They're usually handsome. They're usually super handsome.
Yeah. Seems like Mr. Mr. Street.
Do you smell toast?
Mr. Strelick.
Mr. 21 is struggling with this save, but he has finally gotten past it. He was having some issues with one of the jumps.
So this area also incorporates another gimmick that I'm a huge fan of, wind, which is definitely not a complete dog shit gimmick in 90% of the cases. And definitely every time it's used in a way that's incredibly fun for the player. Definitely no pinch of sarcasm or facetiousness here. I love wind gimmicks. I sure do.
Thank you, Racic.
That's so true.
I'm glad to hear it. It's good to have someone so positive and loving of wind. Because, as you know, all people who commentate the relay race must be fans of wind in Fangames.
Yeah. That's certainly me. Generally speaking, I'm a fan of a lot of gimmicks because I'm so skilled at fan games. I'm like, hey, just throw some gimmicks at me because I'm so skilled. I can handle them, and I don't struggle on them when I really shouldn't. No, not me. No, not at all.
So the thing about the wind stage is it changes throughout. It starts out with the wind goes one way, and then it'll wait for a bit and then go the other way. And eventually it switches to what you see at the end of the stage, which is where the wind just goes, and you just go with it, and it makes you go fast.
Yeah.
So Cosmo kind of tore through that first boss, which is pretty sick, because that boss is like impossible.
Bosses in this
But
game
as
are really cool.
As we've learned, if anyone can tear through impossible bosses, it is in fact Team Cosmoing.
Yep. Team
one of the-
Cosmoing has a lot of good players who are talented at tearing through bosses, such as Cosmoing, the one currently
and
playing.
Cosmoing.
This
So
is
we
quite
can-
true.
We can look forward playing the final stage of the race. Racic, since you're so good, can you explain to me how to do a Super F? I've been having trouble lately. Well, not important. What is important is that you don't die when you're attempting to do the Super F. So I hope that helps.
Well, the crazy thing is, I, Racic, know exactly how to do a Super F, which is that you need to do a 5 frame. You can actually bunny hop first to get a second frame on the double jump, and as long as the first frame's a 5 frame and you get a frame perfect double jump, and you press the direction on the same frame that you jump, then that's how you do a Super F. Because I am Racic and I know that. Alright, hi, I'm Wolsk, I'm back.
I mean, yeah, I figured I Racic, would give the short version of what I, Racic, also just said, in that just don't die. And then I, Racic, thought I would give the longer explanation about, you know, the frames and what. I don't want to get into it again, it's pretty technical, but you get the idea because I, Racic, explained it. Again, that was really good. Catching the cycle on that 8th coin from Cosmoing, because if you don't get that last coin when it pops up, you got to sit there and wait. Much like you have to sit there and wait with wind gimmicks. If you don't get a good cycle on them, you just literally stand there while the wind blows in the opposite direction. Like, oh wow, this is so much fun, and I'm having so much fun with this interactive gimmick that I stand still and wait for. But yeah, this stage is pretty interesting. There's the main gimmick, I'll call it, is, you know, the obstruction of your view. But yeah, there's a couple other things, the coins, these springs, but the main thing is that you're in a cave and it's, ooh, I can't see anything. Which also
positively about the visual stuff, but the platforming itself is pretty fun.
I completely agree with Wolsk.
Alright. Hell yeah.
That means you're lying.
Can you explain how to do a hyper F jump? Well, again, you don't die, and you drink like 4 Red Bulls and you're all set.
See, the thing about a hyper F is it's just a super F with more hype, so
yeah, you need
all you have to do is
need
be more excited.
what you need to do is you need to contact me and I'll be your hype man while you do a Super F. Basically, I got you covered.
So BV is working on the gravity stage, still unfortunately quite a bit behind, and pushing his way through as fast as he can. Hi, Kraka.
Hey, so team first is kind of a max time limit of 1:30. Once it's 1:30, you want me to just tell him to keep going?
Max time limit.
Well, see at the bottom, we have...
Oh.
1:30 is the total of what's added together, which is like the time limit, basically, correct?
45 and 40, yeah, it'd be like $1.25.
Yeah, I would say you can see how they feel about it.
Okay.
To at least be on the same game.
Yeah, I mean, he might finish to 180 before. I don't know, he's got like 5 or 8, 6 minutes or whatever, so I can't do that anyway.
Yeah, BV's doing well, but unfortunately it's just, it's a lot to cover.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll let him know.
Of no fault of Gab, that is just kind of the nature of Go End of the World, sadly.
Yeah, that boss, I'm surprised that both of you just, like, demolished it first try.
Same.
As Cosmo had told me multiple times, he said he thought that game would decide the fate of the entire event, and it seems to have certainly done that for one team.
Yes, so
And,
far, yeah. The Prophet. Oh, not death there. That'll put some lead in your pencil. You know what I'm saying? That'll put some mustard on your hot dog right there.
I don't think anybody
That'll
knows
put
what
some
you're talking about.
guac in your burrito right there. That's for sure.
I mean, the thing about all of those is that they're all positive things, so I'm not sure that that's necessarily an analogy that makes sense.
Okay. All right.
But I will say that your analogies are really putting the ham in my sandwich.
I will never stop dying.
Like the Burger King.
No.
hand
Yeah, speaking of sandwiches, Burger King has a wide variety of sandwiches available. They have veggie options, chicken, your classic beef patties. But yeah, if you head down to Burger King and use whatever the hell our discount code is, you can get stuff.
Yep. And you'd want graphite in your pencil, by the way, not lead.
Well, I mean, it depends. If you want to get stabbed.
Get out
or
of
stab
here!
someone, because like both could definitely do some damage.
Pencils are made of pencil.
Oh, I thought they were made of penicillin.
No, that's the.
Oh, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, the I feel like I need to trademark the phrase
You may if you want.
Yeah.
Maybe? I feel like that's a hard one to do.
I don't know. Well, it's not up to me.
Cosmo having a little bit of struggles on this
Not anymore.
boss, which just died. I'm glad
As previously mentioned, the bosses in Groovy are really hard, and this ghost boss definitely took me quite a bit of time. It's moderately upsetting, and your options are basically take a long time on each damage phase to like kill the ghost slowly, or just try to go wild and spam it, and then hope that you don't screw something up. So, something to comment about with the current stage, the water stage. It's a visual challenge stage. It's not insanely hard, but the main mechanic of it is the longer you're in the water, the more blurry your vision gets and the darker the screen gets until it is just pitch black. And you can actually just keep going because you won't actually drown. You just won't be able to see anything.
You will
As it
drown
gets-
eventually, actually.
Oh, really?
It takes
How
a
long does that-
really long time, but
Okay.
like 2 seconds after you go fully black.
That's funny, because I actually like did a save while it was pitch black and just figured that like, oh, maybe you can't die.
Yeah, same. Another fun fact about this stage, while Wolfie was testing out some stuff in this stage, we took a look at the code, and it turns out that there's actually a dev key just kind of left in the game that turns off the blurriness.
I was wondering about that, because looking at it, it did not look blurry. So,
Indeed it does. If you just hold O and then press G, you turn off the blurry. And if you hold O and press H, you turn it back on.
turning it off, that's a real OG move right there.
O, you know? Because OH is the other one, and it's O, you know? Yeah, you know.
Yes, for those that that don't have a sense of humor sophisticated as well, the joke there is he said O because OH is in fact how you spell the word O. So much like I said, it's an OG thing to do because OG, he decided he would take it one step further and say O, because again, OH spells the word O. So there you go.
So you can see that Sherlock is now in the water stage. He apparently doesn't know about the dev key because he's got the blurriness going on. So we're going to not be able to see the kid very well on his screen, where we'll be able to see it perfectly on Cosmo's screen. So just note that it'll get more and more blurry as it goes on.
Kind of like most of my weekends.
Or maybe he did turn it off. Oh yeah, he just didn't have it for the first save, but now he used it. Okay, he just took a bit to turn it on. Alright, never mind then. He is aware of it, and he is using the thing.
So this stage, you can see, you go, you do your thing, and you gotta backtrack through a lot of it. Yeah.
All of it, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
A large portion of the difficulty of this stage is legitimately the visual challenge, so the fact that you can just disable it takes away a lot of the difficulty of the stage. But visual challenge is something that, you know, not everyone is a fan of. In fact, I would say most people are not. So it's not necessarily a thing that is being left out as something that you would want to add back.
Aside from, of course, the spotlight gimmick, which we agreed is really fun to deal with. I'm just gonna look at chat for a second, try to keep this as interactive and fan-friendly as possible. Anuj said, "I feel like Wolsk has lied so much today." Wow.
See, the funny thing about that is that Anuj is just actually really salty because in the Blind Adventure race, he specifically said that he does not believe in me and that Wolfie would have taken it until he became a Gab fan. So,
wow.
He is actually just upset because he lost a really huge bet because now he owes me a tier 3 sub.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty reasonable thing to be upset about. But
I'm just gonna cut you off there. Wolfie is now getting fired up into Groovy, and just one last bit of information, I guess, on Anuj. I think they're actually just upset that they had to spend literally 4 hours with their bit rate for their first run of the marathon. So that's they're probably just you know, upset about that and not actually upset about you lying.
yeah, he might also be upset that he just couldn't get underestimate.
Yeah, I mean, could have if they didn't spend approximately 7 hours with the bit rate issue.
Yeah, it's kind of upsetting that the first run of the marathon decided to be overestimate.
Which, if you think about it, literally ruins the entire rest of the marathon and the estimates that we, as the crew, had set up for the schedule, really. Like, rescheduling that is, and you know, having to potentially cancel runs and whatnot, that is literally 100% Anuj's fault. So, yeah, I hope that Anuj can, you know, live with that burden for the rest of their life.
I hope you'll sleep well at night, because guess what? We won't. We're on the tech crew.
I mean, we don't sleep in general, but...
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, shout outs to the tech crew. They / quote unquote we have done an absolutely fantastic job this year. As always, there's hiccups and whatnot. So let's get a lot of Drakes in chat for the gang that's helped with everything. As someone that kind of has a peek behind the curtain, there's a lot of shit that goes down that none of you have any idea of, and that is a testament to how well the tech crew handles these issues as they come up. So let's see some Drakes.
And a big ol' shout out to Kraka for restreaming the relay, even if we are bullying him for it. It's still a hard thing to do. So
yeah, exactly. And shout outs to Kraka for providing us with another year of Kraka moments.
Very true.
That is one fact.
But we all love Kraka for sure.
Can I stop, like, missing this floor?
Yeah, you were block inverting like 10 times. And big shoutouts to Wolfie in the top left corner. In case you're not aware, his name is Wolfie, and he is playing the game. So
Wild.
Yep. That would make a lot more sense if you could see the stream, Cosmo, but...
I'm just going to accept it, you know? It is what it is.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, Willis, because I was just thinking to myself, who is that in the top left corner, even though I'm literally looking at the same stream? But if I wasn't, I'd want to know who's in the top left corner. But I guess I wouldn't know there'd be a top left corner if I was. You know, this made way more sense when I started with the words. Back to you, Wolsk.
Well,
Well, Gene.
Yeah, exactly.
Cosmo has now... Oh my god, that strat is really funny.
I saw Mario's do that, and I,
Alright.
of course, had to steal that.
That's so funny. So basically, right now he is climbing a mountain, and along the way there are points where the wind is too strong to do anything. So it's going to open up a door with a little bit of platforming that he just has to go through in order to get rid of the wind and then continue on. After getting the switch or whatever it is at the end of the screen for each of them, he is frozen for a short period of time while it's like making everything work. A button, there we go. And what he just did there is, as he mentioned earlier, there's AD in the game, which means that you can constantly change your align. So every single time you press the A button, you shift yourself over by a pixel to the left, and D means you shift a pixel to the right. So while frozen, you're able to just spam either A or D and get to one of the sides. So he was just spamming D while standing there to save on like 2 frames, maybe 3 frames at a time. But it looks really funny, which is important. So, Mr. 21 has finished the water area. He is now also heading into the mountain. Wolfie is still Wolfie, as it says. That has not changed, and I hope that throughout the run it does not change.
How lucky can I be? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a bed, something that the tech crew hasn't seen in the last 3 days.
So true.
No, I've seen mine. I just look longingly.
Right.
I haven't touched it.
Like, please, someday.
We're gonna make a beautiful
I'm not
couple
sure.
together.
I think those are supposed to be pillows, maybe?
Maybe bed sheets. No, it's
Bed sheets, pillows, I'm not sure.
Yeah, so the bed is a common thing in Japanese fan games from the series Mixture Relay, if you know what that is. It's a set of blind games that are made for a Japanese blind race event, essentially. And they have a new game each time, and I believe this was actually a game made for it.
I also believe that was true.
Yeah, so the bed is a recurring theme, as is the, I don't think you actually would have seen it, but there's some weird, like, zombie spider thing. Oh, well, I guess that's another version of it. It's not quite it, but similar to that.
That's
There's
a
zombie
Monkus right
spider.
there.
Cosmo, where's the A spam there?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Unacceptable.
Cosmo just lost out on a few frames, so that actually means that he has to reset now.
Yeah.
But check this out, alright? Check this out. I'm gonna get this first try, and I'm not gonna die, and it's gonna be awesome.
We'll see.
Damn it.
Unlucky. Oh, wait, are you just... Wait, is the strat to just land on the pixel ledge and then just shoot from there?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's so stupid.
That is scuffed.
Takes a few tries.
Do you
Sometimes.
start with the align, or do you have to, like, set it up?
You do actually start with the align for this.
Wow.
That's really good.
No.
So Cosmo's working on the final boss. It's a pretty neat final boss that apparently you're not really going to get to see.
But you might get to see a bit of it, actually.
Yeah, you'll definitely get to see a lot of him missing the jump.
Yes,
You'll
yes.
see the first second or two of the boss, a lot of that, but it is a very tricky jump to get that, like, 1 pixel landing for the spike trick.
Really?
Oof, that looked good. Not good enough, it would seem.
So you can see Sherlock in the top right. He is currently on the button that was mentioned before. He appears to not know about the AD thing because he was not spamming during it. but that means that he is in the bottom third of the mountain. I think it's 3. So he still has some more to go through.
Yeah, but it's still relatively close-ish.
This is
And
embarrassing.
Cosmo is still very consistently not getting the landing.
I have to show this. It's like it's too funny to not show it.
See,
Quickly.
what Cosmoing is actually doing here, was actually doing here, was just showing how difficult it would be for the plebs, I think is the term used, to try to do this. But then eventually Cosmoing said, you know what? I'm Cosmoing, let me just do this. And then that's exactly what's happening now.
What a good boss.
You know, the unfortunate thing is that boss is pretty cool, but
It actually is pretty cool.
you really won't get to see it.
That's an umbrella, and that is that.
Yeah.
That was,
It is.
yeah.
Right.
I mean, the game is not without its issues, but overall I'd say it's pretty groovy.
You get the first note of that
Wait.
credits theme.
That's the name of the game.
Oh. I'm gonna leave making some sort of pun with the name of the last game. I'll leave that up to you, Wolsk.
Oh, well, Mashika, thank you.
Thank you.
Nailed it.
Drake.
Yep, got it. So if you quickly look at Team First screen, Wolfie, once again, he is still Wolfie.
It's a very important update, for sure.
Yep. So in case there was any doubt about whether or not he's Wolfie, he is.
Yeah,
Rest assured.
there shouldn't be any doubts that Wolfie is still in fact Wolfie, because it is right there on the screen.
He is currently struggling with one of the bosses in Groovy, which, as mentioned, the bosses in Groovy are really hard.
True, true.
And
Now,
it looks... Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Cosmoing in this here game, there's a couple different paths you can take. This path involves, as you can see, switching the blocks from solid to water to death, and then there's the gimmick of the auto-firing kid, basically shooting the switch for you. So you got to time your jumps and your routes accordingly, or routes if you want to go that route.
Will you be here all night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tip your servers.
Alright, so this is the hardest boss in the entire run.
I thought that the other boss was okay.
No, the not the relay race, but this run.
Oh,
Yeah, this game.
this game. Oh, okay. I'm not hip to the lingo, I guess.
Okay,
The way this boss
apologies.
works is every single time you shoot it, it will filter or switch to the next one. So it goes blue, green, and then red. Or, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blue and the green are manageable, but once you toggle it to red, it's a bit. You gotta kind of have some sort of plan in mind.
And as you toggle it, you can also shoot the other squares that are floating around. So say it's red, you can shoot one of the blue things to turn it all to water, or one of the green things to turn it into a solid block. Same as shooting the boss itself does, except you have more control over it.
Nice. Now, those might look like ordinary blocks, but they're not.
Oh yeah? What's not ordinary? about
I
them?
was trying to like set it up for you to knock it down. That's what professional commentators do. I was like, oh, let me tee this
Oh.
one up for Wolsk
Yeah,
to
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
elaborate on the block mechanics
So-
of this area.
They're not ordinary blocks, they're ugly blocks.
And you know what? Given how the player moves while on top of them, I would agree that they are very ugly for their ice blocks, and that's not fun.
Oh. Oh, I see what you're getting at.
Yeah, that's where I was.
I get it.
Right. Just so we're clear, those are like ice physics blocks, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. You had me second guessing myself. I was like, wait a minute. I thought I prepared for this. But yeah, I'm not even gonna pretend anymore. I absolutely despise ice physics in any video game, let alone Fangames. I think it's a stupid mechanic, and I have no idea why it even exists. It's awful and garbage.
So for the list of things Racic does not like in Fangames.
It's a very short list when you think about it.
But it keeps growing every single run.
Ice, it's basically just ice physics, really. So we went over how much I love wind.
Oh yeah, you did.
I
right.
love wind. Wind is a great. Wait, but Racic, you said you don't mind any of this because you're insane. Well,
ice isn't a gimmick; it's a lifestyle.
ice isn't a gimmick. It's a liability on the quality of your game that you're making.
I think ice is cool.
Yeah,
you get it. You get it.
No.
But is the list for what he likes longer than what he don't like, though? I'm just, you know what? I'll just let chat argue amongst themselves over gimmicks and what's good and not. I'll just, you know, get that ball rolling.
I mean, we can all agree that the best gimmick in a fan game is shooting Wells jump, bruh. I believe. I don't think it's possible to argue against that. There you go. The lack of response means that it's not possible. So
there you have it.
Yeah, the mystery's been solved. So if you were in chat this entire marathon from start to finish without sleeping, eating, and you pissed and or shit at your desk, waiting for the answer to what is, in fact, the universally accepted best gimmick in fan games, you just got it. So it's probably time for you to go to bed now.
Diaper.
So if you saw over on Sherlock 21's screen, he was also struggling just as much as Cosmo to set up that 1-pixel ledge landing, but he does have it finally. So that means that Groovy is cleared from Team That, also known as Team First the Second, which means...
Yes, the second first.
Which means he'll be moving on to Nal with Mashikaku. For those who don't know, Nal likes this game.
Question mark?
Yeah, he's... I think it's up for debate, but I think he likes it.
It might be true.
Big if true.
Yeah, so he has speedrun it approximately a lot of times. That's the approximate number. And he's a big fan, and he has the record, and which means Cosmo is suddenly shaking in his boots.
I am actually quaking.
On the same game.
That being said, I do have the hardest part of this game behind me.
So the first time you play this game, you might freak out, but the flowers and the petals are fine. You're good.
Those notes, not fine.
Yeah, no, not fine.
And once again, to check on Team First in the top left, still Wolfie.
It is still Wolfie.
Yep.
It's good to know. That's good to know.
So if you want to see some more optimized movement for Mashikaku, just check Nal's screen. I mean,
No, haha, don't leave me. See, I even didn't die to the boss. I'm so good.
that's literally optimal.
That's quite
pretty
true.
good. Like, if you're trying to defeat a game as quickly as possible, not dying is arguably the best strategy. One of the best strategies.
Well, I mean, the thing about that is that dying is a strat in a lot of places, so...
Yeah,
I'm not sure I can necessarily say I agree.
No, you know what? You're right. I'm not even exaggerating. As soon as the words came out of my mouth, I quickly realized I'm a idiot. I almost cussed there, but I'm an idiot. That is completely incorrect.
He actually didn't say that.
Yeah, no, I'm a dummy.
Name a
So
common
just,
speedrunning technique. Well, the thing is, we all know cheating.
Yes.
Is, one of the most common ones.
Yeah.
Mashing, not a common speedrun technique.
Name a common speed running technique. Well, if you missed the run on the first night, hold on, I'm about to get arrested here.
Here they come.
Yeah.
They found out about a speedrunning technique. Of, cheating.
the speedrunning technique that they don't want you to know.
Dun, 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 dun.
That was impeccable timing for those sirens. I don't even remember what I was talking about anymore. Good, great. Oh, right. The I don't want to be anything to speedrun was essentially my speedrun. The Nader 2 just happened to be doing it because I'm the one that inadvertently found some weird glitch that lets you do a lot of madness in that game. The sun is, yeah, done.
Yeah, this game has like a negative audio balance. I will try to warn you when stuff happens.
Is this supposed to be like an 8 Beelzebubs reference?
I actually wouldn't know. Believe it or not, I haven't played 8 Beelzebubs yet.
Yeah, well, 8 Beelzebubs is like a medley game, right? Maybe it's... I don't know, I feel like I've seen another screen in a Fangame that's like that, but I can't think of what game. Alright, so Cosmo has reached that,
Yeah,
and the song it's playing is this one.
it's this.
Yep.
Right. Note to self: get away from the middle.
What Cosmo wants to do here is actually get away from the middle.
Yep.
Mhm.
I have heard that before.
I mean, it's very common as a world-class avoidance player for those types of attacks. You very often want to stay away from the middle, as being closer to the edges gives you a little bit more time and room to react and avoid the attacks coming from that burst type attack coming from the boss. How was that? Did that sound like I knew what I was talking about, or no?
A little bit, yeah. I think
Okay.
you managed to string together some words.
Nice.
Yep,
Cool.
there were absolutely words in there that formed sentences.
Cool. Sweet.
Alright, so Cosmo is about to beat the final boss of the game.
There we have it. It's time, guys. It's time. And I win, as one must.
Yep. Congratulations to Cosmo. That's the end of the relay.
I mean, I hate to be that guy. I hate to be that guy to steal the shine from Cosmo, but I am about to be that guy. The Not Another Needle game, I thought we were going for True End there. Yeah, I thought that maybe there was a miscommunication in what was expected versus what we got. But yeah, I don't know. I think that disqualifies Cosmoing, Team Cosmoing rather. Sorry.
Come on. Can I redeem myself?
Yeah.
Probably not.
I have a true end save file.
Okay, I'll allow it.
Okay,
All
cool.
right, so just
you.
oh, thanks for applying.
Yes.
So just a quick note. Kraka has officially marked Cosmoing as finishing in first place, which makes sense since he did just finish the game.
That's exactly what I wanted to happen.
Before anyone else too, so one might say he was the first person to finish it, which is why they were marked as first.
I'm a little confused because it seems like Cosmo may be going for True End. I guess the comment from Racic about not going for True End and Nang really got to him. So,
Yeah.
I really got his knickers in a knot, as nobody says ever.
All right, now's
Yep.
when we catch up now.
So it's he's going for True End now. So let's keep it going because he has not actually finished in the first yet. Apparently, he's being very nice and giving the other players a chance.
But yeah, no, grats to Team Cosmoy. And also big shout outs to all the other participants in this race. These games, as you can see, aren't exactly easy by any stretch. And there's a lot of pressure and whatnot added knowing that you're in a race and, etc. So much respect, many Drakes in chat for literally every single one of the 11 participants.
Mm-hmm.
Let's give them some love in chat.
And a huge shout out to Wolfie, who, as you can see in the top left, is still Wolfie.
Yeah, big shout outs to Wolfie for being, in fact, Wolfie.
Yeah, if there's one thing he's consistent at, it's being Wolfie.
Yeah.
We can always count on him for that one.
That's true. Like, one thing I can't be is Wolfie. I don't know about you two, but I'm just speaking from my experience. I can't be Wolfie XE.
I've tried it.
I sometimes I put on my Wolfie wig and pants and just try to become him, but it's not enough.
Yeah, I don't have Wolfie pants, but I'd be interested in buying them. Much like I'm interested in buying a Whopper combo from Burger King. If you wanted to use the Fangame Marathon discount code, you're gonna get a discount or a free toy. I'm not even sure what we were giving away, but that's the beauty of Burger King. They have so much to give away and so much to purchase. So go ahead and use that discount code. Well, they'll hook you up.
Touche. Alright, Wolfie has reached the final boss of Groovy. Let's see if he can do the ledge landing quickly, which neither of the other runners managed to do.
He is pretty good at it.
I'd also like to take this downtime to thank Wolsk for inviting me to co-commentate this almost the penultimate run of the main marathon. It's really an honor to be here with you, Wolsk. I think we managed to inform the masses in a way that was both entertaining and educational and informative all at once.
Yeah, it's absolutely at least one of those things, but I'm glad to have you on board. It was it just seemed like the thing that would be right for you to do, and it's been good.
Yeah, if anyone who has had some sleep, myself, can help with someone that hasn't had much sleep, such as yourself, ramble on like an idiot, I'm your guy. So there you go, Chad. If you ever need someone to ramble on like an idiot, I can do it. Because that's kind of one of the things I'm good at. I'll, think of a topic, I'll start talking about it, and then I'll just keep going on about it. Sometimes too long, sometimes not long enough. Except that usually doesn't happen. No one's like, hey, Racic, could you please expand?
So the crazy thing about Wolfie's stream is that he just finished his run. It looks like Doppler, as you can see, is not Wolfie. But Wolfie was still Wolfie up till the very end of the run. So, good for him on staying consistent there. The thing about Doppler, not actually sure if he's going to remain Doppler by the end of the run.
There's no telling. I'm not even sure it is Doppler. It might be a Doppler ganger.
Oh wow, that's very clever of you to say.
Mm-hmm.
You happy with yourself with that one?
No, I'm not. I hate myself.
Oh, apparently Wolfie did not mean to have the text on the stream, which makes it just that much funnier.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, he put it on during I Want to Maker, and I guess he just never took it off.
Oh my god, that's fantastic.
Well,
that's truly a Wolfie moment right there.
Gave us the perfect opportunity to play into something horribly stupid, just completely at random though. So.
So he wasn't Wolfie the whole time. I mean, we may never know. GG's to Nal, who absolutely destroyed that game. Holy smokes!
Yeah,
Like,
he has finished the game because he actually doesn't need to go for true end.
Yeah, so essentially Nal won, right?
Yeah, I think that means that team that, aka team first, the second, has successfely finished the relay. So congratulations to team first that second.
I don't know that that's how this is gonna work, but you know what? The real winners are the viewers and everybody that got to watch these amazing fan game players play these games.
Quick note, it looks like Nal is also going for true end.
What?
Rather than, that's kind of crazy that he's deciding to continue on. I guess he didn't want to end it there.
Let me go through my notes. I did not see this one coming, Wolsk.
I'm so glad you had paper on hand for that.
I wish I was kidding when I say I've got like 3 pages of notes for all these games, and I reference them exactly like 3 times the entire time.
As you should.
Yeah, I was like, if we could, yeah, there's not a lot of reference to these, but I was ready if I needed to.
By the way, one thing that we never actually explained is the mechanic that's going on in the game. So on Nell's screen, there's buttons that you need to shoot that flip between 2 different screens. Every single time you shoot a button, it flips the screen between the black and white versus the white and black version. And you need to use that to solve a puzzle, but also the blue and red means that they are gravity flippers as well. So red being upside down, blue being right side up. So every single time he shoots a button based on the color, it will flip him and also flip the screen. Okay, apparently that's not necessarily true.
No, blue flips, red just switches.
Okay, so blue flips and red switches. It's not actually based on the color of a gravity flipper like I thought. That's the end of that thought. So Cosmoing is currently in a maze. He has to collect a whole bunch of coins and keys along the way. So he gets keys to unlock new areas to get new coins, and by the end there's what, 8 coins?
Yes, that is actually factual.
Alright. So there are 8 blue coins to collect, and I believe 4 keys.
Wait, what are we
It's
here?
either 4 or 5. But... So he is going around to find all of the different things. There's a mini boss in the far bottom right, and some of the paths are much longer than the others. It's also all in water, in case you can't tell by the way that he is infinite jumping everywhere and also slowly falling, as if he was in water.
From what I understand, and Wolsk, you can probably speak to this better than I can. Nobody likes this stage. Is that accurate?
I mean, I honestly have no problems with it.
Okay, it is clearly not an accurate statement.
I mean, the thing about Skull Dude is, he doesn't like it.
Okay.
And I'd imagine that he's not the only one. But the crazy thing about opinions is that certain people have different ones.
Right.
That's weird.
They're like pants in that sense.
Yeah. Some people wear pants, other ones don't.
Yeah, and you can have different kinds of pants. You might not have any particular type of pants, much like you might not have an opinion on this stage, really. It's just people pants, really.
Well, something bad happened for me. I missed a key.
Oh, that's not good.
And I don't really know exactly where it is.
No. But the stage, it's just long and tedious, much like pants can be. But for
I don't think I've ever described pants as tedious, but
well,
I'd be curious to know your reasoning.
You're about to start. No, but it's just for someone's first playthrough, like going through and then trying to find all the coins and the keys and that, it can be a bit cumbersome, much like pants.
Yep. Pants are very cumbersome.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, there's nothing
Shorts.
inherently difficult about this area. It's just a pain, really.
The difficult thing is remembering where you've been and where things were that you saw before. One thing that I have not been a fan of in this stage is the way that when you see a key door, like say you see a red key door somewhere, and then you find the red key, it's
What was
just
over
gone.
here?
The door is just gone. You don't use the key on the door, it just instantly disappears, which means you really need to remember exactly where that path was, because
that kind of threw me
Help?
for a loop. I thought, wait a minute, I have this key. Where is the door for this key? Yeah, no, it's gone. It's just gone. It's just, see you later, alligator.
you know it isn't gone. Team that from this race, because Nal has just reached the water stage and probably will not be forgetting a key and getting lost, much like another racer currently in the race.
This is simply just the truth. Simply Maybelline.
As previously mentioned, Nal plays this game and likes it, so he has knowledge.
Do you like fish, Wolsk? Do you like eating fish?
It very much depends on the preparation of the fish.
Right. Do you have a preference for fish that you
Yeah.
enjoy?
Yeah, I mean, like, sushi style fish is definitely my favorite. You got
Nice.
the raw fish, and my personal favorite fish, if it is a fish, water creature, is an eel.
Oh, I've never had eel.
It
How
is
would you
absolutely
describe
fantastic.
eel? How is it usually prepared?
Generally, it's got a sweet sauce on top, and it's kind of crystallized on it by generally using a blowtorch, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got crispy bits and also like softer bits that just melt in your mouth, and it is unreal. Big fan of eel.
Nice. That sounds tasty. I might have to try some.
Strongly recommend it.
Does Burger King have eel?
You know, if they did, I probably wouldn't have it.
Why is that?
Well, the reason why he wouldn't, it's not because the quality wouldn't be good. It's because the quality of their other burgers at Burger King is just through the roof. So if you want, we're thinking of maybe like a Whopper or the classic Burger King chicken sandwich. Hello, yeah. They want us to stop talking about food. Well, no.
No.
Well, the great thing is, once the relay is done and then the finale game is done, you'll be able to eat, and you'll be able to think about the fact that you're not currently eating eel, and how succulent and juicy and melt in your mouth and sweet they are.
That's a true story. True story. I was gonna say statement. It's both of those things. It's a true statement and a true story. It's a lot of truths are being had here today. And if I mean. It's 2+ hours, and you know, there's not every single thing we talk about is going to be in the game. That's part of being a professional commentator, is being able to fill up those slower parts of the game with witty banter, and talk about how delicious Burger King food is.
Mhm.
Use promo code Fangame21 for stuff.
All right, so Cosmoing has reached the hardest avoidance in the whole game. It's an anime girl, and she shoots projectiles at you, which is actually a brand new idea for a fan game. This was actually the first game to do that, and the only game. So
Yeah, I sorry to cut you off. I was just gonna say it's a very unique layout here, using these sprites for the blocks as well that you stand on. as part of an avoidance with a white background and a large anime-looking character to the right. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like this in Fangames, to be honest.
And it's also got music playing, which is especially unique.
Wow.
Most avoidances don't have music, which if you watched the whatever the hell the
match fan game.
The
I think it's just match fan game.
Yeah,
if you watched that, then you'd know that you can have an avoidance without music, but it's just horribly wrong.
Yes. According to one of Harrigus Rants. I think someone else gave that answer too.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, okay.
I was the projectile person.
Right. That's fair. Do you know anything about this character to the right, Wolsk?
Yeah, that's Reimu, a Toho character.
Right.
She is one of the two main Toho characters from like the mainline stuff, being Reimu and Marissa generally. There are others, but those are the two main ones. So she's a shrine maiden.
Oh, what exactly is a shrine maiden?
It is a person who looks after shrines.
Seems reasonable to expect that from a shrine maiden.
Yep.
Hello, my junkie.
Hello, my ragtime girl.
Casing the whole thing.
I mean, I probably could, but
we don't want to get DMCA'd for that.
That's fair, honestly.
I did it my way.
Whoa, hold on. He didn't say that.
Oh, no. Oh my god.
Well, it's been a great Fangame Marathon. The bonus stream has been canceled due to DMCA issues.
I'm sorry, Frank.
Yeah, old Frankie. I must have played this game before. It looks super familiar, this part. So unless this isn't like another game.
Wait, the black and white thing?
Yeah, and the spinny long spikes.
Yeah, this is an original stage here.
Okay, then I've definitely played this. I mean, obviously I've played this as part of my preparation for the commentary.
Yep.
Totally.
Yeah, so this stage has some cool fast strats because they don't actually spin, they just teleport to the locations, the 4 different parts. So you can see at this one, Cosmo saved pretty far to the right, which allows him to just hold right past the start.
However, I suck at the second part.
Yep. I can see that.
Oh my god.
Wow.
He's actually falling apart and giving Nal a chance as he just finished the water stage.
No.
This may end up being a much closer race than you're imagining. He does still have the Cherno avoidance to deal with, so...
The Cherno avoidance?
Oh yeah, I remember this. I hated this.
Yeah, but the great thing about this screen is when you're on save 2, there's just a ledge that you can use to skip half of it.
Yep.
I'm gonna be really upset when oh yeah.
Yep, there you go.
Fun fact, Nal didn't know about that until about 2 months ago when I showed it to him.
Bruh.
I knew that in like my first playthrough like years ago.
I opened this game to practice for the marathon. I immediately saw that. I was like, oh yeah.
So this stage that Cosmo's currently on, it's very, very interesting and unique. So you go through very subpar platforming, and when you reach the end, you go back through the same subpar platforming, and that's it.
Yep, that's the last platforming in this game.
It's a pretty good section though because it is under par, which if you're golfing is really the point of the game.
This is from the marathon after all.
Yeah.
So Cosmo's about to reach, well, I guess he already reached it, the boss with various phases of different references to other things.
Yeah.
Yep. There's no real theme that ties them together. And the crazy thing about this game is that after this big ol' rush of bosses, some may refer to as a boss rush, there's going to be another boss, the final boss. And that one is pretty long, and it's got some harder parts, but it's not too bad. It's probably the hardest or second hardest boss in the run, though.
If I die to it, and it's a pretty long boss, Nal could totally take me over.
Well, Nal is currently in the black and white stage, so we will see how that goes for him.
Probably better than me.
And looking into the top left corner, you can see that Doppler still not Wolfie.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there. I've never seen the big bullets on that one.
You can see Nal setting up the speed strat that Cosmo did earlier, and hopefully doing the second run less terribly.
And I don't need to tell chat to do it, but I would fully expect a lot of Nias in the chat, please. There they are. Perfect. Right on cue.
Alright, Cosmo. Well, he didn't die to the second row, but he did die to exiting the stream.
What?
Yep. The spike got him, like, right as he was about to leave.
Oh, no. Well, I guess I can die to the final boss now.
They're not saying it correctly. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. How do I
I'm not doing it. I'm, like, busy playing the game. God damn it, guys.
Okay, well, Nal just isn't doing the ledge. I guess he doesn't like ledges.
No.
It's a protest.
Alright guys, get your drinks out, get your cat jams out, and also make sure to like maybe lower the volume a little bit. This avoidance is like really loud, and the rest of the game is super loud too.
Very interesting, exciting strat, but if it works, then it works, you know?
Yeah, something to note about this that was also in the Reimu avoidance. You can see in the bottom left there's a couple of kids there. That means that you actually have HP. Is it 3 HP?
2 hits and then I die.
Okay, yeah, so
3 HP, yeah.
Yep. So Doppler has just finished the run, so
congratulations to Team First, living up to their name. First.
yeah, they actually finally got that win that we knew that they were going to get, because all they had to do was just beat that boss, and they were kind of flying through. So while Nal and Cosmo are going for True End, it seems like Team First has actually gotten first, so congratulations to the whole team.
GG's. What a plot twist. Who knew that M. Night Shyamalan was behind the Fangame Marathon all along?
Ooh, that's not good.
Oh. Pressure. It intensifies.
We got hit once.
But will they get hit twice? The answer is, it would seem yes.
Man, something crazy is happening, because it looks like Doppler, who once again is still not Wolfie, is actually going to be going for True Ending as well.
Let me check my notes here.
Yeah,
I didn't see that one coming either.
Let me crinkle this receipt as well.
Wow. That was very well crinkled.
Yeah, that was a good crinkle, dude.
Thank you.
That was probably like S tier crinkle.
Thank you so much. I'm starting my ASMR channel.
Alright, so the only thing I don't want here is I don't want yellow, and this guy's gave me yellow.
And as soon as you said that, obviously yellow pops up. Yeah, blue attack here. If you've made it this far, the blue attack is pretty much free.
Yeah. For the record,
Purple's
this
a-
guy is like way harder than the avoidance, and you don't have HP on this one.
And it's long.
Yeah, it's really long.
It's a doozy. Pretty sure you picked the right notes, Racic. I mean, I don't want to be that guy that like toots his own horn or pumps his own tires, but I feel like I've done an absolute phenomenal job of commentary, and yeah, regardless of the notes I have or don't have, Mark Fur. So the answer is no, I don't have the right notes.
Okay.
Glad we cleared that up.
Yep. So Nell has finished the pre-final boss. He is now heading into the final boss. So Cosmo, if he wants to make sure to win, basically can't die at this point.
Yeah, there's certainly no pressure, because if Cosmo dies, it's like guaranteed that Nell will win. So
Yeah, which thankfully there's nothing that would be weird about this boss, like bullets going behind it.
Yeah, no way.
So there is precisely no chance that Cosmo would die, but if there was a chance,
if there was,
then things would be really bad for him.
bad,
Like
worst,
really
dude.
bad.
like terrible, like
Yeah.
like having your cereal in the bowl and then starting to pour the milk and then realizing you don't quite have enough for the full.
No, not that.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
So then you use water in place.
Yeah, or
I actually hate that. I've done that several times.
oh God, what is wrong with you, dude?
Listen, if I'm eating cereal, it's too early in the morning. Convenience stores aren't
Oh
open.
my God, that's disgusting.
It's less disgusting than dry cereal. I'll put it that way.
I eat dry
I
cereal.
don't know
I
if I can
literally
agree
had a
with that
bowl
one.
of dry cereal before I started the commentary run. It was delicious.
And that's time for me.
Alright, GG.
It appears that Team
Except,
Cosmoing. Wait, I said Team Cosmoing. Oh my god.
Oh my god,
It's
it's all over.
official. It's official. Team Coswing pulls through. However, again, hold on. Now, I don't want to be that guy that steals the thunder from Coswing, but I am about to be. You just said you put water in your cereal. Can we disqualify him just for that alone?
I can make a bowl of watered cereal right now if you want me to.
I don't want you to ever do that again, man.
I can make myself my webcam on the stream and I can eat
No,
water cereal.
don't.
Alright, that's going to be your celebration.
Oh, that's
Go ahead.
water cereal.
Alright, everyone. Buckle up.
But, oh no, he's not actually, is he? Ah,
Of course he's gonna do it.
what have I done? I don't want to see this, but I have to see it.
Clearly you don't know Cosmo well enough if you thought he wasn't gonna do it.
I didn't say he doesn't do it. I said he shouldn't do it. I said it's disgusting. God.
Can hear the cereal pouring.
Ah.
Oh, he's got the spoon.
I don't see it though.
Sorry.
My real question is, why are you using a spoon when you should be using a fork for cereal?
You're not serious.
Oh, hold on. I don't have any lighting on my face. Whoops. Hold on. Sorry, guys.
Oh my God. Go home. Get out of here.
Sorry. There was a spoon in there. I'll go get a fork.
Stop it. Oh, why are we doing this? He won. Can we can we get him in here to shut this off? We're gonna get banned.
I got a tiny.
for violating Twitch guidelines.
I got a tiny
he's doing
baby
it his
fork.
way.
Hey guys, this is me. I got a tiny baby fork. This is the bowl of cereal, as you can see. This is the water.
What is that? What kind of cereal is that, though? What kind of
It's
cereal is that?
it's Kellogg's Kashi.
Oh.
How cold is this water?
It's very cold. I got it out of the fridge.
Oh no, it's like ice water.
Don't eat it, man! Stop it! Stop it!
This is a McDonald's moment again. McDonald's donut moment's back.
If you don't want to eat this garbage, be sure to go to Burger King and use the promo code Fangame21. Otherwise, you're gonna eat that. Oh.
Sorry, I forgot. I still gotta show the credits, by the way.
Cracker, can you stop this? Can you cut his feed?
I could, but I don't want to.
Why?
Cracker added sus jam.
His bowl. Cracker's got to hit his bowl of water cereal too.
What did I do to deserve this?
You joined the call.
I don't know that I like you anymore, Cosmo. You're gross.
These are the things that happen when you've been up for a long time.
That's fair. But oh man. Do you not have milk?
I think I do, yeah.
Why wouldn't you just use that?
It was actually pretty nice.
Got water.
Alright, so important question, Cosmo. When you're done, do you drink the water from the bowl?
Yes.
Oh no.
Of course.
Oh. My stomach is actually turning right now. That sounds disgusting.
Now you know if you want to be like Cosmo.
I mean, I
this is
can, but
what
there's
you
some
have to
cereal
do.
left in here.
You don't. I don't want to beat any impossible bosses if this is what it takes. I'd rather just die. I'd rather just quit the game. This is
Hey,
where he gets
Cosmo.
his power from water cereal.
Cosmo, can you do something for me?
Mm-hmm, what's up?
He'll never eat water cereal.
Oh, that's gonna be so much to clean up. I hate you.
So, this has gone off the rails, but it's that time of the Fangame Marathon, clearly.
I'm crying, dude.
Dumbass.
Like how you laughed at Zebby's showcase.
Wow.
Oh my lord.
So, Doppler in the top left is making really quick work of. I can't even do this anymore. 'Cause they're
I'm
in
really
water.
enjoying this, actually.
They're in They're in the water stage. Something that shouldn't be in water is your goddamn cereal. That's a certainty. GG's to Nell, who was lost
There's
in
like 10 clicks.
There's like 10 clips.
Thanks, guys.
was lost in the shuffle of this. God, this is a bump. It looks like toilet water, dude. It looks like someone took a dump in your bowl.
It does,
it's
'cause-
just brown, disgusting toilet water.
It's delicious chocolate cereal, alright?
It's not. It's shit water. I'm sorry for cussing, but
I've
it's
been eating this
shit
cereal every day for the past, like, 3 years.
water. I'd almost rather drink shit water.
Well,
I
okay.
don't know about that one.
Oh, that's where we get grossed out. I said one comment. And, oh, I don't know, Racic. I don't know. Oh, I don't know, buddy.
It just kind of tastes like water.
Sure. Okay. Everybody gangs up on me. I'm the new Kraka, apparently. Kraka's overjoyed that everyone's on my ass about whatever.
Thank you.
Racic cereal, Racic cereal, Racic cereal.
Toilet water.
There you go, guys.
It's gone. It's gone.
You're the worst human.
I check that one with pride.
Just the worst. I can't think of any other human that's ever existed that's worse than you.
I take that one with pride, my friend.
I just. I might try
Might
that some
try
more. Teaser.
I'm telling you, it's really not that bad.
It's not that good.
That's alright. It just tastes like the cereal.
Then why don't you just eat the cereal?
Look, because then it's like too dry.
Who's ready for Geezer, who's about to start his stream right now to go eat some water cereal?
I'm so ready.
Don't you have like a finale thing that we need to cut to? Can we just? Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, we could. But, you know.
Yeah. In any case, I'll try to. Fangame Marathon 2021 has been an absolute blast for me, despite the last 10 minutes of me almost vomiting.
It's just a part of the experience.
No, in all seriousness, I was a part of a few more events this year, and now I have my own run, my Johnny's Nightmare, and the commentaries, and the panelists, and that. It was a really, really good time, and there was a lot of really cool runs. Lots of other newer fan game communities joined the fray, which is really cool to see. The monkey ball stuff, my brain still isn't quite wrapped my head around what I saw. But no, it's been an absolute delight to be part of the event, and I very much look forward to next year. And yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Aside from, make sure that if you're hungry after that, go down to Burger King, grab yourself a bite to eat, use promo code Fangame21, and yeah,
Get
you're good to
yourself
go.
some fused onion rings.
Yeah. No, but that was fun. That was a really good event. There's one more though. One more. The time-honored tradition of Wolsk playing a mystery final game. What's it gonna be?
I am gonna clean this up now, actually.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, that's maybe a good call.
You're such an idiot.
Do we want to check on team first and see if they want to finish it out?
Yeah, I can go ask them and see what they're.
Yeah, go check in and see how they're feeling.
Alright.
Is there anyone else in Twitch chat that doesn't mind a dry cereal though?
Dry cereal is pretty lit, depending on the cereal.
Yeah, I like a dry cereal. I don't know if I'm gonna ever eat cereal again though after watching that, but yeah, no, there were a lot of really awesome events and a lot of new faces, a lot of new games and stuff. This was really, really wicked. Dry cereal works. Dry cereal's good. Yeah, Skull Dude only eats. There we go. Dry cereal fam, rise up in chat.
Alright.
Get
Turns out Doppler was not on a world record run, so he's probably gonna stop immediately.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Up his milk and cereal in the microwave. Well, if anyone can do it, you can do it.
You can do anything you put a mind to.
That was a Zerai reference. 'Cause that's like his line. You can do it. If anyone can do it, because he said Zerai heats up his milk and cereal, right? So I was like, yeah, if anyone can do it, you can do it, because that's a thing that Zerai is known for saying. You can do it? No?
Yeah, that's what he says.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Well, it's been a blast. It's been a blast. I don't know how are we gonna just kind of end this? Are we just gonna abruptly cut it off when I'm rambling like an idiot at some point, or are we gonna be like, oh, next up is the fun? I guess you should probably have a little build up. Do you want to build it up? Or do you want me to build it up for you? That's my line, actually. We went over this earlier.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot you copyrighted it.
After that amazing relay race, the main Fangame Marathon, after starting Thursday afternoon Eastern Time, has